Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to some inappropriately extreme music. The music is very, like, epic adventure right now. I'm standing in a cave. I guess there's a slime over there that's on fire. That's pretty weird. But, like, there's nothing exciting for me to do here. Let's just keep moving on. Now, I do know that we're close to a boss fight. There's a boss fight on, like, floor 5 or 6 or something. I saw that during my brief foray into the game before making the series. What level am I? I'm level 5. Okay, so we're not outscaling things too much, which is kind of a shame. I like outscaling things. I'm gonna throw a rock at this dude. Let's put down some traps. Oh, he charged me. Okay, that's not great. Grappling hook? There we go. We got there. How do I think this is gonna end up? This is probably the safest thing to do. Whatever. So this is gonna do some damage. I don't know. Let's attack the bandit. We know this guy only having 108 hit points makes me think he might get killed by the arrows. Our weapon power has gotten pretty good. He did not. He just barely did not. Is there... Aha! Oh no! The base of the cone is not the space I'm standing in. It's the space in front of me. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is to say attack each of them. A battle axe of deadly and bandit slaying. That is strangely worded. Deadly and bandit slaying? Like it's a deadly slaying it's a deadly slaying axe, but it's also a bandit slaying axe? That's probably what they mean. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? Oh. King of Vicious Fungal Toad. Listen, don't you dare just call him a vicious fungal toad. He didn't go to king school for 6 years to just be called vicious. Hey, pay attention to me. I put down these traps just for you, and you're missing them. This rock throw is bananas. Why am I... Ooh. Wow, that just came right up under me. So it rooted me, and it did some damage. Okay. I'm rooted, he's rooted. It's probably going to work out okay. A bunch of the loot went into the lava. What do I do about that? Materialized... Oh no, the material... Sorry. I thought I was saying this is a materialized shadow panthox. And I was like, man, stuff has gotten weird in this dungeon real fast. He's curious, but not aggressive. I can move away from him, like, try to just give me a little bit more space to work with. Because it's going to take a few hits to kill something like this. Oh no. I was one space... I keep in my head thinking that I have a 4-space range because we had a 4-space range when we started. And somehow I still have not adjusted to the fact that my weapon doesn't attack that far away. That is a whole fish. Hold on. We're not in desperate combat right now. This is probably a good time to, like, eat some food. Oh, hey, how you doing, plunderer? It says he's curious, but it also says he's a plunderer, so... I'm not falling for that noise. Okay, you can only eat food every 20-ish turns. And I have no idea how long it's going to take to heal me. So, let's hit Shadow Stalk and shoot at this guy and then back up and see if he'll fall for the clones. I made a couple. He doesn't... Okay, he bought it. Yeah, I have no idea why the stone throw is like twice as much damage as the rest of our attacks. Does it say on it? No, I mean, I'm assuming that the throw stone ability scales with swiftness, right? I think that makes sense. It's just our base ranged power. You know what would be really cool? If we found a bow that was actually good. How much damage do you think you take from walking on lava? Oh, considerable amount. Ooh, but that's... we need that. Okay, that hurt a lot. And we're too full to eat for 2 turns. That's fine. Do that. That's a good use of 2 turns. Do I have some food that restores? Yeah, there we go. That's a real amount of health. A tireless Sure Strike Ring of Stealth. I do love Sure Strike. Every game where I've ever had a Sure Strike Ring of anything, I've been down with that. Monsters are less likely to notice you. You are more likely to crit. Pretty cool. Oh, but it's an accessory. And my current accessories are my magic shades and this bag of unbelievable stones. This incredibly powerful bag of stones. Hold up. Can I... Yeah, okay. This is just giving Guile and Swiftness. This is a 5% chance to crit. Yeah, alright. There's no way I'm putting down these stones, but I'll equip that over my... I think it was telling me plus 9% damage over equipping it over the bag of stones, but then I can't throw rocks at people anymore, so... Sounds like a real bum deal to me. I actually had to count. I was like, am I close enough to shoot at him? Haha, grappling hook. We actually, like, we really smash them good. Is this just flavor text, or is there meaning behind the fact that sometimes it's like a bash and sometimes it's a pulverize? It seems like we really hit them good when we're in melee. Maybe I should not be so concerned about melee combat. Maybe it's actually the best thing ever. Oh wait, it's the carrot patch. So the deal is, this sign is like, please take one, honor system, and we're gonna do this thing instead of that. Listen, it's not that I don't believe in the honor system. I think it would be a really good thing if everybody who's not me adheres to it. But I am a thief? They didn't let me choose thief at the character select screen, but I'm role-playing thief. I've decided now. Same way I do in literally every game. Hey you. Pay attention to me. He is regenerating and explosive. He is also a king. I think what we're seeing here is a real, like, War of the Roses kind of situation. There's a lot of conflict about who is the king. So I'm running through my stamina really fast, and thus far, I've mostly been able to continue using abilities because we keep leveling up. But I imagine the rate of level ups is going to slow down, as it does in any game, really. So we might want to invest a little bit. Let's back off until those bombs explode. There's a button that lets you just pass a turn. Is it space? Hold up, we're gonna go look, because that's important. Key bindings. How do I do nothing for a second? Just like chill. Back quote? The hell? I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't know what key back quote is. I know where the quotation marks are, and I know where backspace is. Space is pick up item. Oh, like I can probably pick up an item that's in an adjacent space so I don't have to do the stupid thing I did where I just, like, walk into lava. Can I... It looks like numpad everything is not bound to anything. Can I just, like... Numpad 5? Yeah, okay. That makes sense in my brain. Got him. Actually, no, it doesn't appear to have injured him at all. What we learned that day. Would you maybe... Look, I'll let you leave. Hey, wasn't there loot in that space? You bring my loot back. Yeah, that's right, we're fighting. Just hoover up that battle axe like I'm not paying attention. Did you forget which one of us is the professional thief? Flee! Wow, that was stupid. I just walked right back toward him. Yeah, we're blowing through... Blowtorch? What is a glowtorch? How is this different from a normal torch? Okay, it goes in your accessory slot and gives you bonus damage. Okay. You know what? I think I did have one of those before. It's a strange name. But what I was saying is, man, I really blow through my stamina quickly. Who is shooting lightning? I did it again. This guy's shooting all the lightning, I guess. I did it again where I got too far away and then clicked inappropriately. So we don't have the stamina for this. What do I do that costs energy? Shadowstalk. Yes, really focus on those shadow clones. A scroll of lightning protection. Do I know... I mean, what's the duration on something like this? Okay, so it's like pretty long, but not super long. I thought maybe there was some chance that it was just going to be like a permanent, you know, 5% boost or something. Hey, look, it's a secret. Okay, well, that sucks. You know what, it's just boots and split mail. I guess it's money, but also health is a finite resource, it turns out, so let's maybe just take it easy on the walking through lava. Right, like that's probably a pretty useful way to think of things, is that there's actually a limited amount of healing available to us in any game. We do not have effectively infinite health. Okay, so no, hitting him from super close range doesn't always yield much more damage, it looks like. Oh, what is this? He's a blade master. He's summoning spinning blades? I don't know, those sort of look like big mallets. It kind of looks like he's playing Hammerdin. Shoot, I want to be a Hammerdin, man. I don't know who here played Diablo 2 at the height of its powers, but Hammerdin was pretty good. I like that a lot. So what I want to do here, I think, is get away from him. I need my extra turn. Ooh, those turn around and stuff. I'm going to run from this dude till I get an extra turn. Ooh, or until he does something like that. Use that time to Shadow Stalk. And then we're going to try to... back up one. He seems to have stopped chasing us. Maybe he got confused. Well, I don't have an escape, so... This... Oh, we have like a ton of JP. I should do something with that. Where's the full description of this? Okay, so that doesn't actually do a lot more impact damage. It just puts a status effect on him. Alright, I think we're just fighting then. He's got 120 health, and I have a comparable amount. I hit a lot harder than he does. A Knife of Scavenging. I can't imagine, unless I'm allowed to throw it at people. On crit gains 60 charge time is a cool thing. That's a cool way to implement the idea of a dagger being a fast weapon. There's a lot of stuff about these game systems that I like a lot. The time will come, don't worry, when we don't have to look at every single item to know what it does. Also, I'm going to eat food. Oh, that's interesting. Oh wow, does this fish stink? In a bad fish stink way. Not like the magical scent of cheese. You know, a lot of cheese stinks, like really stinks. Not like in a, this is the thing that's too cultured for my palate and so I'm unfamiliar with it kind of way. But in a holy crap, that smells really so bad. Like, should that be in this room? It feels like maybe that's a mistake. Kind of stink. You ever smell that? You ever smell a smell and you're just like, oh, that belongs outside of structures. Also, as much as it is... Chemist's Club of Toxicity, okay. As much as it is kind of like it makes them easier to dodge, I do really like the counterplay of the here's my big field of damage kind of thing. It just maybe, as we get up higher in level, maybe we'll start to see harder to dodge fields. Chance to stun, pretty high weapon power. Chance to drop acid pool on move, and you deal 25% more damage with consumables. Okay, anything that is chemists is more consumable damage. That actually has a higher weapon power than our staff, but only a little bit higher. Wow, I hate this. I'm concerned that I'm gonna grappling hook down here and it's just gonna be more lava. Well, warranted. I'm gonna... Are we full? We're not full. I'm gonna eat something. These bananas are pretty good. Standing in the lava while eating. Not awesome. Am I gonna die to this? Am I gonna die from lava? Okay, using a regen flask does not spend a turn. Okay, we managed to exactly heal off a couple of those steps as we took them. Well, alright, I feel like I've been reasonably thorough. Nope, never mind. That's a lie. I have not been reasonably thorough. There's a huge unexplored area. I'm wondering, given that there is a finite amount of health available to us in each run. Jeez. Lots of champions. Yeah, given that there's a finite amount of health available to us on each run, I'm wondering if maybe my instinctive let's search everything all the time deal is a bad play. Man, I love Root. Root is good. Let's hit this guy with a stone. He seems to have frenzied on us a little bit. Oh man, my enemies are fast. Oh wait. The Aracudas are attacking this dude. Is it because they're at low health and they frenzied, or is it maybe because he's bleeding? Get them, shadow clones. Alright, we know to save up on that now. We're definitely seeing more aggressive monsters. Alright, I'm not wrong, am I? Yeah, there's stuff down here. There's potentially stuff down here. Because we know that enemies respawn infinitely. Right? As long as you're on a floor, enemies will continue to be on that floor with you. I'm wondering if there's just maybe... if it's maybe not worthwhile to explore because we have to be so careful. Save me, shadow clones! Yeah, this shadow clone thing is pretty freaking wonderful. Okay, cookies. We found some cookies. I've read a lot about how cookies are essentially chocolate. The recipe system seems to feel that they are the same thing. I'm gonna approach this. There's like a spine bro over here. Spine bro? Spiny bro, maybe? The worst X-Man. Or maybe his mutant power is that he just like... he never chickens out of stuff. So they gave him the name Spiny Bro. So he always has spine. This is terrible. He is preparing an action. And that action is charging. Like, I'm really nervous about overusing my healing flask, but also it would be embarrassing to die so early. Okay, let's actually take a look real quick at this job menu, because I'm not even buying stuff. I don't know that cooldowns are really our primary concern, but this could end up being super valuable in another spec. Now, are crits based on swiftness? Crit damage is based on swiftness. Crit chance is based on guile. So we probably want to pick up some guile in the near future. So deadly aim, we're not critting that often, and we don't really need our cooldowns to come down, so that's maybe not super important. After hitting an enemy, there's a chance they'll just take 15% more damage for a while. That seems pretty good. This is a CC. This allows me to see things. I'm sure this will be useful, but it's not right this second, probably. Let's go for a nice passive, let's just do more damage all the time thing. And now we've gained the advanced trait of 10 CT with each shot of a ranged weapon. That seems very powerful to me. We're going to get a lot more free turns now. I'm going to keep eating all of our bananas. That was a whole bunch, by the way, that I just ate. Dude, these Panthoxes have, like, a lot of health. Whoa. Alright, buddy. We'll take it easy with that stuff. Alright, after we level up... I was going to say after we level up we will have earned a cheap heal, but we actually probably have a cheap heal waiting for us right now. Uh-oh. A champion dire Panthox, and he's standing on those cookies. Oh no. Let's back it up. That'll give me the opportunity to lay down some traps. Yeah, what's up now, Panthox? Can I throw a rock? No, I don't have stamina. Damn it. Well, this might be a good time to, like, start spawning shadow clones. Oh, we got them marked. I just totally stood in that. Yeah, unfortunately, the bombs don't... I did not notice the bomb. Bombs don't seem to affect the enemies, which sucks. That's a real bummer. I really wish that the cone's base for Triple Bolt was in my space, so that it went like this. The way it is right now makes it a lot less useful. Well, we probably ought to do this. Let's try to feed them back into a bottleneck a little bit here. Like this. Alright, solid taunts, everybody. And I think it's time to pick up some Guile. We really need power-up drop rate to go up. Parry chance, crit chance, all this stuff is good. Wow. Bull Rush is some serious stuff. Okay, I think what I just figured out is that you can click on yourself to make a turn pass. He disarmed me. Well, he didn't take away my bag of rocks. Yep, you can definitely just click on yourself to make a turn pass. Okay. That's a handy way of doing that. So all we actually got from that first champion monster was those cookies. But we did find some sweet Nikes. What's up with these? They give you CT per step. That's fine, I guess. Do I have an inventory limit? Kind of seems like I can just keep picking stuff up forever. Huh. Glip, glip, glop, glop, glip, glop. This is important. We know this is important. Just sort of instinctively, I guess. I mean, sure. Drip, bloob, ploop, plop. Huh. I mean, if I had a nickel, right? Where am I going? Where are we going? In this dungeon, but also just sort of in life? Like, what does any of this mean? Why are there just random planks on the ground? Is it covering up 2 spaces of water? Because we've seen that particular lake shape before. I know that there's procedural generation, but also, you know, sometimes you build little chunks of levels and sew those together with the generation. And I'm not going to say that thus this is definitely what the developer was going for, but that's definitely a formation of water that kind of looks like a small... It's got, you know, a sort of a phallic suggestion, right? Did he parry my magic? We gotta figure out how to do that. Actually, it's possible that I'm already good at that. I don't know how any of the mechanics in this game work. So I'm thinking like maybe those planks were a little bit of self-censorship. He's like, you know what? If that occurs too often, people are gonna notice. A blazing puller. All right, well, blazingly pull this, guy. Man, he moved out right as we... Well, I don't really want to be next to him. I also moved directly onto a fire because I thought it was going to move me to this space. Yeah, so it seems like maybe the champion-type enemies are guaranteed to drop a thing, but not necessarily a thing that is of any value. Guess what? Oh, I should have known. He's just going to do his charge. Uh-oh. Shoot. Okay, well the good news is he stepped on 2 different traps, which made my life a little bit easier there. The bad news is I'm in kind of horrible shape. So we're going to kill this bandit, and then we're headed back to town, I think. Ow, please don't throw knives at me. That's very rude. Okay. So it's going to take a second. You can see we have a, 9 turns. We can look around a little bit while this is happening. It's just going to drop us back exactly where we were when we ported out. So the first thing we're going to do is sell all of our unequipped commons, and then we're going to have a quick look at the rest of our gear and see if I actually want to hold on to any of this stuff. I think the answer is no. Plus 20% damage to bandits seems like a very narrow bonus. How many different kinds of bandits are there? We've only seen the one. We got this frog slaying club. This seems alright. But do I want to maybe replace it with... Or we had something... Oh, this is exciting. Even though the bandit damage thing is pretty low, this has got high weapon power, bonus crit damage. Remember, slot 2. Someday, we may end up wanting to use melee weapons. And I think I'm, like, down with selling everything else here, so... Sell everything. Okay, we made 1,300 money. 1,300 incredible money. Hey, guy, what do you have in the way of foods? Yeah, some real garbage, if we're being honest. He's got bags of grain. I mean, I'd go through these bananas pretty quickly. The bananas restore more health than they used to. Is the amount of health that I get from food scaled based on my current level? Or maybe it's a percentage of my health, but they just express it as a Static value. That's 120 gold for that banana bunch. You are crazy. You are a crazy person who is crazy. Retrieve a spiritual frost ring of focus from King Bloodtooth the Panthox on the 7th floor, while taking no more than 517 health of damage. Is that from the time I get back into the dungeon, or... I mean, I'll take it. I don't really care, I guess. Could you hook me up with that free healing? Sorry, that cheap healing. We maybe should have stored some of our items instead of selling them all. Whatever, we're good now. Okay, so Path of Bow Mastery makes sense for us. We're not using a bow right now, but I hope to, in the future, find a bow that is still worth something. Let's do it. The bow is the most noble ranged weapon, hitting targets from the greatest distance. Its masteries focus on precision attacks and keeping distance. First is Jumping Shot. Use it to leap to a nearby tile, firing an arrow at a random enemy at the same time. Oh, so this is stuff to do with our job points after we've kind of like filled out what we want to do with our class. That's interesting. We don't quite have the JP for that. Here's a question, a thing I don't know, and I'm sure you don't know either, and also if you did know, you couldn't answer, so maybe this is a dumb thing to say. But here's a question you can't answer. Do I keep this stuff if I change class? No, you can't, right? Because if improved swiftness, guile, spirit was a basic trait, you just start every game as one of these guys and then switch, right? Anyway, let's go down to the other screen. So I don't know if anybody is watching this who didn't watch the Let's Try, but in case such a person exists, check out all this stuff. This is a new NPC, though. This NPC was not here before. Yes? Eh? Ah, right. Hello, young heroine. All ready to scamper about the forest, climbing trees and chasing down frogs. Everybody's very concerned about frogs. I hope you're careful out there, but I suppose to be true, I hope you're curious. Our world is a bubbling soup of mystery. You and I are simply flies doing awkward breaststrokes, drowning in brothy ignorance. But perhaps you can change that. Find things, learn things, know things, and return here with whatever riddles you cannot solve alone. There are secrets out there. Far out there. Yeah, that's pretty far out, man. What's your deal, though? You don't have it? Okay. That's fine. You don't have anything to say. I get it. So, we don't have any of the things that make this work. There's a strange machine here. It's been here for as long as anyone can remember, and nobody knows what it does. What it does will, I guess, remain a secret for now. I know what it does. We'll talk about it the first time we're actually able to do it. And here's the Frogman. Langdon the Frogman. Tell me more, Frog. Do you like trees? And you like my magic grove. We can grow some right down... Sorry. I'm using the wrong accent if he's going to speak this way. We can grow some right dang powerful fruits if you just come on by and plant some magic seeds. Sure, I got some seeds. Is the grove... The grove's magic. You want to talk to me about that, maybe? No, he doesn't. Alright. That's fine. The secret is letting them grow nice and old. Old trees drop more food, so you keep pushing yourself along down there in the Tangledeep. I'm sure that's a ribbit noise I can't do. Okay, so these are your trees. If one of them looks at you the wrong way, you can chop it down and earn some quick XP and JP. Okay, but if you do that, it's going to drop more fruit because you chopped it. Yeah, because you chopped it down. I know how a tree works. We definitely found some seeds. Do we have any more? I think we only found one set, right? Yeah. Okay, so this tree will grow, and eventually we'll be able to come back here and get some free food off of it. Now, the last thing that we should look at while we're down here is this stuff. Check it out. There's a bona fide monster ranch down here. So here's my monster corral. I've got the magic touch. Wrestle me a knocked out beastie and I'll tame him upright. This guy has the same... Jesse should have the same accent as the frog. Up to 3 critters at a time. You wanna maybe explain to me what's going on here? Okay, you buy a monster mallet. Make it myself with a monster taming touch. Get a beastie down to less than 15% health. So apparently we're aware of the idea of a value that represents somebody's health. That has kind of terrifying implications for the world. Then you hit him with a hammer. Hit him with a big-ass hammer. Don't hammer champions. That's not going to work. Okay, yeah, let's do some of that. Oh, wait, why would I do that? Because I like having them around. Also, tamed monsters provide special bonuses. If you have a monster in the corral, you get a bonus fighting that monster type in Tangledeep. Oh, I thought this was like a monster rancher, like let's grow some monsters and then use them as pets kind of thing. Hey, give me some mallets, dog. You can handle 3 monsters? I'll take 3 mallets, and we'll figure this stuff out together, man. We're gonna learn some things. I don't know what Birdbrain's idea is. Like, that guy is new and confusing to me. I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Who sells weapons? Who's got a weapon for me? You. Maybe you have a weapon. I could really use a big old bow with maybe some weird words in front of its name, or this is all the stuff I sold to you. Okay. So yeah, all of her stuff, I guess, is up here. Restores health, stamina, and energy to full if used in town. Okay, so this is like a way to heal up for 500 gold. Wait a second. Wait just a second. Percy. Okay, so Percy heals for more than that. I guess we'll take the thing. Whoa. So happy you're here, I'll give you a cheer. Okay. Weird. I'll take this though. We'll hold on to that. I'm sure we'll make good use of it eventually. So how much more stuff do I want from my job? This is a question. I think it's a good idea to pick up Deadly Aim, even though it's not terribly useful to us right this second, because it will become useful. Ice Missile... I mean, I guess let's buy everything, right? And then we will come back to town and we'll, like, mix in a new job. I'm sure there's something I could switch to that would be beneficial, but I just don't know. Ooh, crossbow frostbite. I hope that crossbows are bows, you know what I mean? Like, there are definitely a lot of games where crossbows are not bows from a mechanical standpoint because they want them to function as like the ranged weapon that's cool if you don't have whatever, the dexterity or agility. Ooh, small mystery egg. I have never been done wrong by picking up a weird egg and letting it hatch in my hands in a video game. Summons a random weak monster to fight for you. Okay, well that's, I guess, fine. Yeah, down and to the right. Down to the right looks like a place where there could be stuff like this stuff. Whoa! I was not trying to walk forward. I was trying to shoot this dude. Okay, this is not going to work for me. Let's do a little bit of teleporting. A little bit of this. That's a mini-boss overgrown Goliath Beetle. His skull has a little crown on it. Okay, and he's got that directional shield up now. So, like, what if I do some of this? Well, I guess I need to keep moving. Okay, here we go. Get away from me with your weird ice daggers. That's not going to be blocked by his shield, I assume. Oh, you dirty cheater. I have allowed myself to be backed into a little bit of a thing here. Why did I activate that? Like I'm going to be able to just shoot at him. Right, I need to be somewhere else relative to him. Okay, that was terrifying. He dropped a bone dagger, which is either a dagger made of bone or a dagger for stabbing bones. Which seems like a pretty good way to go if you're going to stab people. So, okay, the damage is based on swiftness. There's a chance to freeze people. It has good weapon power, like... This is the way we want to go now, right? This is doing bonus damage... Okay, let's experiment with this thing. It may turn out not to be that much extra damage. Also, good time to eat. Did I not... I did not end up buying those bananas. Oops. Also, I kind of forgot about this. Sometimes subtlety is the wrong approach. Okay, well, I guess let's do both of these things. Dirtbeak's den on the 6th floor. Is that, like, the only way up? Because it doesn't follow the same naming convention as the rest of all of our stuff has so far. King Alpha Aracudas. Regenerating and turtling. 57, 53. I mean, it's at least doing damage that's in the same range. And it's also... Got him. Yeah, it's doing damage that's in the same range while simultaneously being a bow so that we can buy some bow weapon mastery stuff and have it be meaningful. Ooh. A blue quiver. Unfortunately, man, am I doing something that's making there be a lot of champion monsters, or are there always just a ton of champion monsters? That's the thing you guys might actually be able to help me with. Uh-oh. I put myself in a little bit of a position here. Alright, there we go. And I got parried on my free turn. Parry this. Ow. Okay, don't stand next to those while destroying them. Well, I keep pressing tab in an attempt to open my inventory. Let's go ahead and do this again, I guess. Oh, sweet, sweet healing water. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's really worthwhile to explore everything, but I also do really want to make sure that Dirtbeak's den is the only way up. Because if it's not, you know, it sure sounds like a place where you would fight an optional boss named Dirtbeak, right? I don't want to fight optional bosses right now. Sounds like a really good way to get your run ended. Oh, the other thing that's nice about both the monster ranching, which I am 100% forgetting to do. We're gonna monster ranch the heck out of this guy. Please stop evading me. Okay, that is low enough. Do it. Do I? He's just like locked in place until I go back to town, I guess. I guess I'm gonna hit this. Let's see if that's actually how it works. Shadow clones, go! It's very confusing to everybody. Nope, not to him. You know what? He's a wild animal. He can probably smell the real on me. Ow! I'm gonna monster mallet his ass too. You're all coming back to town with me. My Aracudas ate that Panthox. Then the knocked out Aracudas woke up the turn I went back to town. And then they ate the Panthox because they do that. So now I'm going to go buy some more monster mallets because that sucked. Actually, I guess I don't really need... We'll buy one more, right? Nobody has any new stuff for me. We did almost level up, though. We fought a ton of monsters in very quick succession there. Oh. After being knocked out, they wake up at full health. Okay. This isn't going to work, is it? Because I think what we determined last time is that I can only actually affect spaces I can see. 15% health for him would be 23 plus, like... Okay, so less than 38. We were never given the opportunity to capture that one. Wow, there are a lot of enemies around here. Alright, he's frozen. Let's let him be frozen. I guess maybe this is a dumb question, but like, can you capture a bandit, or is that just kidnapping? Hold up. I'm gonna start my magic portal. Then we're gonna bonk this dude. Oh, it's King Garrett the Silent. Garrett is a pretty good thief, as I remember. Come on, fish guys. I know how it works. I'm assuming these dudes can't wake up in town. Hey, look! I did it. I did a thing. Brought a monster. Family Beast. Okay, good. I was really concerned after all, like, the incredible specificity of our weapon bonuses that it was gonna, like, give me a bonus against fish. I think those Aracudas were trying to get my attention earlier. Yeah, I bet they were. They're probably like, hey, it's really unnatural for me to be here, and also it would be trivial for me to escape, I guess? I'm gonna go ahead and use my tent, by the way. Like, I'm a little nervous about this boss monster. We're gonna go back down there and get totally owned. And may as well store. Do we have anything cool? I'm gonna put anything cool that I have in here. I guess I should equip this. And like, I don't know, none of this stuff seems very good, but a couple of basic items could be useful, I guess. I think deadly aim is more important, probably. Or now that we're actually using bows, maybe even the best thing to do is to, aha! Sucker! Now that we're actually using bows, it's probably a good idea to just save up for the weapon mastery. That dude has, like, a lot of health, though. Like, really a lot. Yeah, the shadow clones are really just overwhelming and confusing to these guys. He's so low. I'm gonna kill him with a rock. Fat pumpkin and a judo sash. What does a judo sash do? Grants you the unarmed fighting ability of a novice budoka. I'm assuming budoka, I don't know, budoka, I'm gonna say. I'm assuming that this is like a monk thing, and that probably like the budoka has a good, gets to punch people with no weapon in hand and have it be like as effective as a weapon, and that's what this gives you. Not something that we really need. Not something I'm placing any particular value on. Alright, let's go upstairs. I guess it is time. We're reasonably healthy. I think we're ready. We have 20 uses of our flask. Oh. What's your deal? Peebus? That's a not great name. Oh, hey, look, I can actually ask him. Could you scratch my back? I really like having my back scratched. It's really nice. Sure. Do you want to buy some items? I guess, man. What do you got? You can't just eat Java beans, apparently. You can take a knight's shovel. Maybe even sturdy enough to jump around on? I get it. I get references. They'll sell me just some straight-up tent. Some milk. And this is like a pretty good price for a monster mallet, I guess. I'll buy these, and I guess a tent. Like, a tent's a useful thing to have. I don't even know what to do with these. The ability to dig out a wall is actually probably pretty good. You know what? I'm buying your whole inventory. Give me all that stuff. Uh-oh. Bird bandit? Right behind the tree. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember this. I totally saw this. Yeah, looks like you caught some troublemakers. All you caught, little girl, is a beak full of beatdown. Like you're holding it in your mouth? Is what's happening right now? Alright, step right, bird boys. Let's relieve this fleshy hero of her treasures and leave her in a ditch. Work hard and I'll even let you keep some of it, because that's the generous bird that Duke Dirtbeak is. Is there any chance that this dude is the bad guy from Samurai Pizza Cats, do you think? You can't stop me. Nothing in Tangledeep can. This right here strikes me as a little bit too much of like an anime protagonist thing to say. I want to characterize a little bit different. We could make fun of his rug, but I think I made fun of his rug in the Let's Try. Because this is totally a boss that we saw in the Let's Try. You can't stop me, buddy. Big words from such a tiny pink mouth. Duke is gonna make you eat them. It's not that. Your confidence surges and your spirit power increases. Oh, do we have like a buff whenever we're fighting? It might be whenever we're fighting bosses. I think during the Let's Try, I thought that that was because of my very clever answers during the speech, and it's possible too. Ow! Okay, new plan. Check this brilliant plan out. What's up now, suckers? And then it would be really cool at this moment if I had a bomb or something. Let's triple bolt them. Throw a stone at him. Definitely use this a lot. Okay, so Duke Dirtbeak is not that injured. Didn't really do a great job of laying him out yet. Ow. Yeah, this, I'm not great at crowd control, but... Oh, I don't have the energy. This is actually like a really good lineup for Triple Bolt, but we just don't have it. So... Do I want to... I'm gonna go to my inventory. We have some like lightning brews and stuff. So this worm's a little more wriggly than I thought. No more slacking, bird boys. Let's show this twerp who runs the follies. I'm gonna do that same thing again. We have even more of those lightning brews. This next time it'll kill someone. We're almost at charge time. I'm a little concerned about my health. But we did kill 2 of the enemies. Shadow Stalk requires energy. Uh-oh. I can't get to a... There's no walls that are far enough away but still within reach of us. We might be able to kill Duke Dirtbeak. Maybe. With the next hit. Actually, if we throw a stone at him. Oh, I got him, though! No! I did get him, right? Hold on, let me look at the combat log. Yeah, I totally got him. He dropped cool stuff. And then I died. Okay. Oh, plunderers get distracted by treasure. This is useful information. I died with 2 healing items in my backpack and 18 uses on my flask. Yeah. That happened. Well, I guess that's going to be the end for today. We made it 2,237 steps into the dungeon and then got murdered horribly. But we have improved town very slightly. There's some Aracudas in the monster ranch and a whole tree. So, come back next time, tomorrow. We're going to start up a new character. You know what? If you guys have a class that you'd like to see, leave it in the comments below. In fact, let's go back to the title screen and we'll go to the class menu so you can see them fresh here. A new game. Total characters 4. Oh, you know what? I think this is remembering that I played 3 characters in this slot prior to starting this new city up, but that's probably like an early access bug. So we're going to be in Heroic. We're still going to be named SB. Nobody gets to vote on that. Take that, everybody. So, Brigands, dirty fighters who rely on subterfuge, kind of like a rogue thing. Floramancer, which is a vine-based magic, Floramancy. You get to have like a cool pet. Sword dancers do some kind of elemental... excuse me. Do some kind of elemental stuff, and also sword stuff. And once we get to our advanced ability, we'll summon a small flame serpent pet every time we parry. This seems cool. Spell Shaper. Let's have a quick look at like what this stuff means. Spells take the shape of a 3x1 rotatable line. Oh, so we pick shapes for our spells, and then we cast the spells and they land in the shape that we picked. And there's different effects. That's really cool. That's a neat one. Paladin, of course, smiting of evildoers. You get your sword and you just bash people with a shield and stuff. I've always loved paladins in games. You probably caught that Hammered-In reference earlier. I was a Hammered-In once upon a time. The Budoka, which is a monk, I'm assuming. You can learn not to be able to be stunned or crit. That's pretty useful. You can catch range attacks and throw them back. Yeah, so some pretty basic. Each time you attack, you may mark the Ryugen vital point, causing enemies to take more damage. Use this technique on enemies with this... Oh! Use a technique from this class on enemies with this status to cause confusion. That's kind of cool. Oh, and there's a couple of different vital point things. Man, a lot of the classes in this game have a lot of cool stuff going on. If you do want to see Hunter again, but like just do a better job, I would accept that vote. Gambler's kind of cool. You whenever you crit or kill an enemy, you get to draw a poker card, and then once you have 5 poker cards, you can play your hand, and cool stuff will happen. And finally, the Husin. I'm not sure what is up with this one. Augmented with ancient runic technology. A powerful energy source that you hang out next to, and it gives you bonus stats. Okay, and then you can, like, generate effects on top of the crystal or based on the crystal. Yeah, okay. So it gives you sort of like a place to... Man, yeah. There's some cool designs here. So these are the classes. Go ahead and if you care, go ahead and drop a vote in the comments below. And come back next time. We'll start up a new game, take advantage of our free food from our tree, and hopefully actually manage to put Duke Dirtbeak down. And we'll see you then.